like a bush. I feel like Khloe Kardashian. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a video on YouTube made me buy it. So technically YouTube made me buy all of my makeup because watching beauty videos is actually what got me into makeup and made me buy more makeup and have this collection. So technically YouTube made me buy it all, but these are just a few things that when I went through my makeup collection stood out to me as I definitely would not have bought them if it wasn't for the influence of YouTube videos. So we have some drugstore in here, some high-end, so without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go drugstore with the LA Pro Conceal concealers. So I bought the shade Beautiful Bronze because Carly Bible used to contour with this shade, so I wanted to start getting into cream contouring and move to the next step of makeup. So I bought this because of her, and then I have the Light Ivory shade because when I was in the shop I just sort of swatched and I wanted to get my highlight concealer shade. So when I first brought these home and I first tried them, I was like, oh my god, blow my mind, these are my new favourite concealers. They were amazing, I loved them, I loved the formula, they were full coverage, they were pigmented, they were so good until I used them a few more times, and then I realised that every time I was putting them on, it was bunching up underneath my eyes. When I would set it, it was going into these little balls, like flaking off. It was like it was drying, bunching up into balls and flaking off. You know when you put on a silicone primer and sometimes it'll bunch up in your fingers into little balls? This is exactly what this is doing on me. So unfortunately I can't really use them anymore. Unless you have a way to make that stop that, because I know that Kathleen Lights was talking about the fact that this happens to her as well. It sort of flakes off. So if anybody has a solution on how to deal with that, please tell me, because they were so good until they stopped working and doing this weird bunchy up thing. So I don't really know what to do about them. Maybe I've tried them in different ways. Like I've baked it, I've not set it, I've done so many different things. Put it on blemishes instead of under the eye, put it on different parts of the skin, and it just bunches up on me. And it's horrible. It looks awful by the end of it, so I can't really use them anymore. So yes, let me know if you have an alternative to these, because I really do like them when I first used them and now I just can't use them anymore, so it's really annoying. Next up we have the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. So little story time. I went to Rome and bought my first shade of this. I was in Rome and I went to the Sephora there. It was my first Sephora I'd been in. That's a lie, it wasn't my first Sephora I'd been in. It's the first Sephora I can remember going into that I knew about makeup and I knew what I wanted and I knew what I wanted to get. So I went in and I knew I wanted this concealer. So I saw it and I had a little bit of a tan on. I'd done a couple of gradual tans, so I was glowy but I wasn't tanned, you know? So I went in and I said to the woman in Sephora that works there, I was like, look, I want the Urban Decay Naked Skin, can you get me a colour, blah blah. And she was just awful. She was so dismissive and like, it just was not good. And in the end, she just chucked me this concealer and went, that'll suit you. And I was like, okay. I knew what I wanted. I'd been watching YouTube videos, but I didn't know too much about shades, undertones, anything like that at this point. So I was like, fine, great, grab it, I'll have it. This is the shade Medium Light Neutral. When I got it home, sorry, didn't realise I'd been in the Caribbean for a year when she thought she was going to give this to me. This is so dark, I cannot even tell you. It's like, I also know that Jaclyn Hill uses this concealer, and I know she uses this actual shade, the Medium Light Neutral sometimes, and it looks so good on her. And I'm like, how do these YouTubers just look glowy and everything like that with a shade that for me, I would have to probably spend a year on sunbeds to get to? I just don't understand it. So even now I'm on first day tanning and it's just about the right colour for me. Like it would be fine to cover blemishes or like face imperfections. I wouldn't use it to highlight because it's too dark to highlight even with my full tan on. So I can use this sometimes and it's great to cover imperfections when I'm the right shade, but other than that, this is sort of a write-off, this one. So then I had to go back and I bought Light Warm. So I bought this in Debenhams in England. It matches me really well. When I have a tan, I can use it to highlight and it's amazing. When I don't have a tan, I can use it for blemishes or even use it under my eyes. It's just not as much of a highlighting effect. So this concealer is amazing. I would highly, highly recommend this concealer. It's literally perfect coverage, it's full coverage, doesn't cake, but blends out so nicely and just has the most lovely finish, so I would definitely recommend this concealer. So next we have the Anastasia Contour Kit. So I bought this when it first came out. This isn't even a colour. This isn't like light, medium, dark. It is literally the original contour kit that she ever came out with. So it's got the sort of banana shade. I think it's like fawn, Havana, and those sorts of colours in here with vanilla and champagne, I want to say. So yeah, this is the first ever one. I got it as soon as it came out when the whole hype was about it, and it was expensive, so let's not talk about that, but it's definitely worth the money. It's an amazing contour kit. This middle shade here, these two are usually what I contour with. I usually contour with this one, sort of go over it a little bit with this one, because together they just make a really nice shade to contour with. And this one over here I don't use as much because it's quite dark, but I can use it to contour or bronze when I'm a bit more tan, so that's great. But it was definitely worth the money. Is there other contour kits out there that will do sort of the same thing? Yes, absolutely. You don't have to spend your money on this contour kit, I don't think. But it is very blendable, really nice, and it was a definite good buy for me, and I'm not regretting it, is the answer. Next up, we have two NYX products. So I'm going to start with the NYX Très Jolie Gel Eyeliner in black, pitch black even. This is shockingly bad. Like, I'm so sorry NYX, and I love a lot of NYX's stuff, but this is terrible. It is so stiff and unpigmented, and I thought it was going to be like a proper gel based eyeliner where it just glides on naturally, amazing. I was looking for a black eyeliner that could easily go in my waterline, because my waterline's quite sensitive, that could easily go in there, pigmented, and I wouldn't have to do much with it. Could not be more wrong with this product, actually. And yeah, it's just so bad. Like, when I put it along my waterline, I feel like my eyeballs are going like different direction to my face. Like, it's awful. I'm like tugging my eye. I'm like, I'm not going to do that to my poor eye. Next NYX product is the Soft Matte Lip Cream in Cairo. This is the most gorgeous colour I've ever seen in my life. This is my perfect nude. If I could create a nude, it would literally be Cairo from NYX. The bad thing is it doesn't stay on my lips for more than 5 minutes. Like, what can I do to keep this on my lips? This comes off within about 10 minutes, and I've got that horrible white crusty line when it does come off. I'm like, what? Why? Because this is the most perfect nude, and I see all of these beauty bloggers like raving about the soft matte lip creams, like, oh, they're so amazing, pigmented, great formula, blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, great colour, but stay on my lips, please, because it just doesn't. And I don't know why. The only way that I can make this work is if I put a nude lipstick on that I know will stay, and I put this sort of in the centre of my lips or over it a little bit, dab it really in so it doesn't have the chance to make that horrible line, and then that's the only way I can make it work. And even then it's just off within about 20 minutes. So it's so difficult to make this lip colour work. I don't know whether it's the one I got, again, like the eyeliner, or whether it's because it's nude. Sometimes nudes are quite hard to work with in that sort of way, but I just don't know why this doesn't work for me. I'm so upset about it because it's such a good colour. So yeah, let me know down below if you have the soft matte lip creams and if they work for you, if they don't work for you, if they do the same, because so many people have these because they're so affordable and they're such amazing colours, but it just hasn't worked for me. So yeah, let me know if yours has worked for you. Next up we have the Naked Urban Decay 1 palette. This is a beautiful palette. I bought this a good couple of years ago because when the Naked palettes were like the thing and everyone was getting them, I chose the number 1 to get because brown smoky eyes and, you know, the gold tones are definitely more my thing than any of the other palettes. So yeah, this is an amazing palette if you're just starting out in makeup and you like makeup but you don't really know how to work with it, or you don't really know what to do. You can create so many different looks with this, and Half Baked is just one of the most beautiful gold shades ever. Here, this one, I mean, it is just amazing. So yeah, I'm definitely not regretting this palette. It was one of the best palettes I own, I think, and I should definitely dip into this more. I always forget to use it because it's just sitting there in the drawer, but I should definitely use this a lot more because it is such a nice palette and such good shades and really good pigmentation. There's quite a lot of fallout with it, but you know, you can deal with it if you do your eyes first and stuff. Next up, we are back to drugstore with the Sleek Makeup Solstice highlighting palette. So this is what it looks like. Cannot believe it only stops there. It's so annoying. Why don't you come all the way back? But yeah, this is the Solstice palette, and I got this because Jaclyn Hill, Manny MUA and a few other YouTubers were really raving about it, how it's that amazing blinding highlight. So I was like, sorted, gonna get it, obviously, take their instinct. And this is purple on me. Like, legit, this looks like I've burst a lavender on my face. Like, I don't know how else to work with it. This is the shade they're raving about down here, this sort of orangey shade. And it is beautiful. Oh, you can't really see. You sort of can. It is a beautiful shade. But all of them, like even this really yellow one down here, just seems to end up looking quite purple on my skin. I really can't make this work, and it's a shame because it is a really nice formula. It's a really blinding highlight. It's just the complete wrong colour for me. Next up we have the Makeup Forever HD foundation. So I bought this the same time as the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in that Sephora in Rome, I think, and I've got the shade N127. So I think it was Jaclyn Hill that was using this shade and said that it was her shade, and I thought that we were on the same path, like yes, it's definitely the same skin tone, let me get that one. So I got this one, and when I'm tanned, it's an amazing shade. It's a great shade for me. It works perfectly. I've got it on today, so it's the foundation I'm wearing today. It's such a lovely colour. I obviously can't use it when I'm pale, but that's fine. This is not going to work for you if you have acne or really bad blemishes. Like if I ever have a little breakout down here, it does not cover it whatsoever. This foundation is for evening your skin tone, and that's sort of, like it says, high definition camera ready makeup, and that's what it's for camera makeup. So when you're on screen, so like now, it makes the skin look really nice and everything like that, but in person, if you have acne or blemishes, it does not cover it whatsoever. So if you're thinking about getting this because you think it's going to do that because the HD claim, which is what I thought when I bought it, I thought HD, yeah, it's going to make any of my imperfections look high definition and amazing. No, it doesn't do it like that. It's more on the side of camera work, and so there's no flashback and any of that, which it doesn't have any flashback. So I would definitely repurchase this when I run out of it. It's a really, really nice foundation. I just don't think it's for the people that want a full coverage, acne covering like foundation. This is definitely more of a light based finish. Next up we have my holy grail, and I'm so glad I bought this product. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. So I got this as a present and I never looked back. This is the best eyeshadow palette I have in my whole collection. It's my favourite. You can do so many looks with it. Smells like chocolate and it's just so pretty. The only two shades I don't really get much use out of is the purple and the baby pink one here, but they're literally so nice, so creamy, so pigmented. Need I go on? I know this is a holy grail for a lot of YouTubers, and that's not the reason I'm saying this. I say what I think on my channel, but I literally just have to agree with them and say that this is one of the best eyeshadow palettes you could ever get. Last but certainly not least is the Kylie lip kits. So I clearly bought these because, well, Kylie made me buy them, but YouTube definitely made me buy them after everyone was doing reviews and saying how good they were. So yes, these were a mint to buy from the UK. I will never order from Kylie from the UK again. I actually bought these because she was doing free international shipping. So I was like, yeah, okay, great. And that's true, from her end, they pay for it, but they don't pay for it to go across seas. You have to pay for obviously you have to pay for the taxes, and you have to pay for Royal Mail this side, which is £8 just for them to hold it for you, which is insane. Then on top of the taxes and on top of what you actually pay for this, it is a bomb to buy. So I shall not be buying from Kylie from the UK again, but if I ever go to America and I have somewhere that I'm going to be staying for a while, I will 100% do another order and order it to somewhere in the United States so you don't have that, because these lip kits are amazing. I literally love them. I can't even tell you. I put Mary Jo K. I have Mary Jo K and Coco K. I put Mary Jo K on for my Christmas party in December. I probably got ready at about 3 o'clock. I had it on all night, dinner, drinks, theatre, got home about 11:30 and it was still on. A little bit duller, but still on, pretty much the same as when I put it on at 3 o'clock. Like, it's insane. I had eaten and everyone was like, why is your lipstick still on? Obviously because theirs were all off, and I was like, I don't know, it's just a magic lip kit. And I didn't even feel like it was a heavy drying formula either. Like, obviously you know you have a lipstick on, it's not like completely weightless, but it's not that drying horrible matte finish that a lot of other matte lip kits can give you. So I 100% recommend these. The only thing I will say is the lip liner lids are shocking. This is a lip liner lid from a Primark lip liner. That's what I've had to do, is put that on here so that it doesn't fall off, because if I take out my Coco Cane one, oh look at that, before I've even taken out the lid's off, like, so look, put the lid on, there is no hold to it, like there's nothing, like I don't know how it stays on. So obviously when I took my Mary Jo K out for the Christmas party, I lost the lid because I literally just put it in my bag, took it out of my bag, and it was gone, because no wonder when the lid is literally so bad. I don't know why you have such a good product and such good colours and they're so expensive and the lid can't stay on. Like, please tell me why that's a thing. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if any of these products work for you, don't work for you, because like I said, things that might work for me might not work for you, things that work for you might not work for me, vice versa. That was a mouthful. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if any of these, let's have a discussion about it. Let's just have a chat about it. So let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe. It should be somewhere about here, down below of the video. Go and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Ugh.